Whoa, what's happening? We back for another episode of That Ain't My Business.
But let's talk about it.
I'm your boy Nesto the Dunn, your favorite co-host coming out this ratchet city where they got all the motion at.
It's your boy Pac-Man, the hood voice boss. You know what I'm talking about?
And we back for a breaking news episode, you heard me? It's just been announced that Yella Beezy got arrested in Dallas for allegedly for hold on, we got going. What that is out here?
Yeah, cut that off.
Oh, what that is? Oh, that's well, here that we just heard Yella Beezy allegedly got arrested for capital murder. There's speculations that it's involved in the murder with Dallas rapper Mo3.
It said I was looking at his charges. It said capital murder with I think it's remuneration or enumeration, something like that. That mean he paid for. That mean he paid.
So they got the charges up now?
I just seen some paperwork somewhere.
Let me go look and see. Let me see.
What you saying?
Oh yeah, here we go right here. Hold on. Here we go. We got proof, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. Bam. Yella Beezy has officially been charged with capital murder in connection to the 2020 death of fellow artist Mo3.
My God.
Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Lord help your children.
Like could you see this coming? You think he saw it coming?
Do I think he seen it coming?
Yeah.
I don't think he seen it coming.
Cause I know, man, I saw the
I didn't see it coming.
Cause the dudes that actually got arrested for the murder, did they never officially got charged, did it? Well, they never got convicted, I think. They got release dates and all type of stuff. I think you don't remember that happening?
You say they got release dates?
Yeah, remember they moved them back to the regular jail and all that.
If they got release dates, that mean they got convicted though, right?
No, if you ain't getting no release date for no murder like that. They got a release date that's not far away.
Oh, you saying just on the website?
Yeah,
they got
when they moved you out. Yeah. They moved them to the. Let me look this up, man.
What?
3.
Well, all that meaning that the feds want to pick it up. But I talked to the people out in Dallas.
Oh, he got sentenced for the federal gun charge, 105 months.
Yeah, I talked to some people out in Dallas, and they said that they seen it coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people down there, what that is, South Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to some people out there in South Dallas. They say they seen it coming from a mile away. I would hope that it isn't true. I know a lot of times people might say something, or if you had somebody that died, you might tell a joke or something like that there. Yeah. That, you know what I'm saying? You really be playing like I don't know. We play twisted, like we tell twisted dark jokes a lot of time in the hood, and you know what I'm saying? Why you in it?
I ain't get it. It just went back up.
But yeah, so I know we tell twisted dark jokes in the hood, so sometimes like we might make communications that ain't what they seem to be, and I'm gonna hope that that's what's going on here in Yella Beezy's situation. With that said, the feds don't usually come unless they got some type.
Is that the feds or is that state?
I don't know.
Let's look at it. Is that the feds or is it state?
Because I think it might be the state.
The state of Texas.
Yeah,
the state of Texas.
You know why I figured it was state? Because for one, the way they named the charge, and when I looked on the government site, I ain't seen nothing. So that's the state. So with that being the state, I don't know. He might come on.
He might.
Yeah, he might.
I don't know, kid. Like, is somebody talking? How they ain't just pulling up the charge for nothing. Some got to be talking. They define some type of, you know what I'm saying, documentation of him pursuing to murder for hire. It's something there.
9 times out of 10, since they already had people in jail, it was one of those in not credible criminal thugs.
It don't matter.
That wanted to run with the rumors in the street in order to get themselves out of a situation.
Yeah.
So, you know, as a lawyer, I would let the people, I would be able to make a strong case that that's what's going on.
But it really don't matter though, because you might feel like that they not, what the word you just said? Credible or reputable. But check this out. When it comes to in the courtroom, is the only time a convicted felon is credible is when he's on the stand telling on another felon or telling on somebody else.
That I'm gonna put it like this.
Yeah,
he's more credible if he's involving himself in it. If it doesn't serve his benefit to say what he's saying. But watch this here, Jerry. Watch this here, Jerry. You see this man here? He just got how many years they said on there?
Oh.
How many months?
You talking about for the this not for the murder, it's just for the gun charge. 105 months.
Jerry, this man here just got 105 months for a federal gun crime. He want to go home to his family. I know what it's like to be in situations where you want to go home, and you know he's willing. I'm sure he's willing to say anything in order to get home. So the way that the prosecution has impressed upon him, that's what's influencing his decisions. Now I'm sure they're gonna be able to say that in better words without maligning the prosecutors, but I could see why he would lie on Mo3.
But
I mean on Yella Beezy.
But you saying the person that actually committed the murders, the two people that actually allegedly, because they haven't been convicted yet, but
right,
people that allegedly committed the murder.
Yeah, the street criminals that went out and murdered this man are trying to get out of their situation. So they're saying that I paid, that I had something to do with them. That's the only way they could have a bigger fish.
I feel like that ain't just it, because look how long they waited. This happened in 2020. This 5 years later.
And you had an overzealous prosecutor. Now, no disrespect to the prosecutor out there in Dallas. We speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
Now, you had an overzealous prosecutor that knew he had a famous name like Mo3, and this is his claim to fame. You know, so of course, when after a couple of nudges, they in down situations, they got 105 months. It was, you said,
that's one of the individuals.
They'll say anything in order to come home.
Matter of fact, let me share this tab. We can say man charged with murder of rapper Mo3 in Dallas gets 105 months on federal gun crime. It was in 2022. You know what I'm saying? Was arrested and sentenced to 105 months of gun crime. U.S. attorney, I ain't finna read all that, y'all. White player guilty and made to possession of firearm by convicted felon. Law enforcement discovered a pistol in his pants on August. Well, that might not be the same gun. This is a completely separate charge. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's probably a charge he caught before.
No, I'm saying when they caught him, he had a gun on him. That's what it's saying. When they caught him, he had a gun on him. They not saying that it's the murder weapon, though. But you know, a witness told authorities
that matters none. That matters none. What matters is he's in federal court, and a way to lessen your time is by helping them solve cases. So he has every incentive, jury, to
I wonder if they
to provide information that would set him free.
Well, they got the news. If they got it on the news yet. And Yella Beezy just dropped some new music yesterday.
Well, it says a hit. Hopefully it is.
Nah, it wasn't nowhere near no hit. It was trash, straight dookie.
The song?
Yeah, it was dookie.
He don't really make good music to me, man.
It wasn't hit wonder.
The bit I don't think out there in Dallas, I ain't gonna speak on because I don't know a lot of the younger ones. But I know Big King.
Nah, it still ain't hit the news yet. Let me put Dallas. You know they gonna eventually do a press release. Let me just type in Dallas news. I might go to one of the news. Say, who the hell is it?
Yeah, man. We want you. Hold on. Yeah, we got you.
Hello.
Hello. If it's Yella Beezy, his name gonna be on there.
Yeah, I'm over.
Guarantee you that. If it's Yella Beezy, his name gonna be on there. And that's Yella Beezy.
Dallas news. Just go to
that ain't it. That's 2020.
You put Yella Beezy on? No, I just put Dallas news.
It ain't on.
And go to a Dallas news site. It probably hit the search engine yet.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, ain't nothing hit it yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that Yella Beezy kid. That big gonna be there. The shit. He say, "Is this real? Real as a heart attack?"
Real as it get, man. Y'all, man, why y'all on here? Everybody on YouTube, go here, answer them polls. You heard me?
And hit like, share, and subscribe. But peep this here.
Like, share, and subscribe.
But peep this here. Before the charges was on there, he was being held without no bond, and from my understanding, he ain't on no type of probation or parole. So, it gotta be some pretty serious nature in order for him to be held without a bond.
They say it's this boy that went to jail for that one boy. I know one of them was in a pit with him. I knew it. They ain't not saying. Yeah, remember when they first got arrested, they were like they affiliating. There's pictures of him and Trap Boy Freddy and pictures with those same people who had got arrested for it.
Yeah, I seen all them together, whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't.
Oh, they say his cousin really told on him.
You never know. People know a bunch of people.
Yeah, they say his cousin really told on him.
Who told on who?
I don't know. I guess they saying Yella Beezy cousin told on him.
Is his cousins one of the people that had something to do with the deal or something? Had something to do with the shooting?
I don't know. Or did his cousin get arrested for something else? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't related to it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible.
Oh, he finna tell it. Oh, he got
who finna tell it?
That's what they say right there. Who we talking about?
They say Yella finna tell it. Y'all think Yella gonna tell? Y'all think Yella Beezy gonna tell when he get down there? Man, who can he tell on?
If y'all think Yella Beezy gonna tell, man, he dropped the what emoji they need to drop.
Who can he tell on if he the one that that they alleging that had
the boss man? You know what I'm saying?
They paid for it.
But I guess I guess
unless he give
like the motive also there, because you remember when Yella Beezy truck got hit up and he damn near died. That allegedly supposed came from this Mo3 side.
That what was I seen on the internet.
Yeah,
I seen him say that. But so all right. So peep this. I'm gonna get y'all another thing. Them Dallas boys told me. They say with Mo3, they say the little chick Mo3 went over at her house. They say he really ain't been fool with her in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So that was his first time going over there, like in months type thing. So it's their belief that the young lady.
Yeah,
you can finish the dash.
Yeah, they got him in there. Yeah, the capital murder, man. Murder for hire. Just put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, you can finish the dash.
Rayshawn keep doing shit. Who the fuck is Rayshawn?
Me, man. Who the hell my cousin?
They say one ratchet ain't nipple.
One ratchet ain't nothing.
Ratchet ain't nipple.
I don't know. I can't really see that picture. But yeah, though. So what I was saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, this shit. It had they said he ain't been over there in a long time. So when he did go over there, that was the first thing that happened. So they feel like she might have played a role in it.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? We don't know. They probably got information from a phone call. You heard me? He on the phone with this girl or something. They probably got information. They probably got the girl that was a part of the phone tap, and they caught her on that talk. You know.
Yeah, so it ain't even necessarily gotta be no telling, but it could be.
They might have found a paper trail. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They probably waiting.
Somebody got pulled over, got their phone confiscated.
Yeah, or somebody got arrested for something else. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no more them not getting your phone because you got a passcode.
Yeah. Unless you didn't. They say that boy had all type of terabytes them boy trying to get through. See, that boy,
it's the new.
Did he demand speedy trial?
Hold on. Somebody made a post. Mo3 mother speaks out. Justice for my baby.
Justice for her baby.
Yeah.
All right. I'm finna do a little spiel real fast, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this. But I'm gonna be real.
Hold on. Shout out to my boy TB Thomas, man. TB Thomas, hit that like button in, man. You know what I'm saying? That's subscribe. You already subscribed, hit that like button.
And this is no disrespect to nobody's mother or none of that. But if somebody decides to say, I'm gonna commit my life to living as an outlaw, I'm gonna commit my life to a life of crime. Even if I'm doing good for people as well. But if I'm going to commit my life for a life of crime, when you young, every black person, not even black, but I know in the black community, every young black person has been told, hey man, the streets only lead you to 2 places, death or jail. When you're in the streets, they don't allow you to talk to police. When you in the streets, they don't allow you to seek police, law enforcement for justice. So it baffles me, and it really, really baffles me when somebody who has lived a life of crime on any side, whether it be my side or the other side, or Mo3 side, or Yella Beezy side, or LBG Duck side, or Vaughn them side, anybody's side. How could you fix your lips to say you want law enforcement to invest their dollars to solving a murder or a crime of a person who would utterly despise someone else if they use law enforcement to do something to solve a crime or something that they committed? Yeah. I don't get that. If your child is a street person and they die of street justice, that's what was supposed to happen.
But did he die of street justice? He transitioned to a musician. Yella Beezy is a musician, but at the same, yeah, you got
nigga. Did you stop listening to Mo3 songs or something?
Yeah, but Mo3 wasn't just out there like that, kid. He went out there just like that all the way like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what?
And you can't expect it of a. I see him. I don't know Mo3 history like that. I'm not in Dallas. I don't know who Mo3 to slid on.
I ain't saying he did. Listen. I'm not saying Mo3 slid on one person. But if you listen to his music, he claimed a lot of shit.
It's entertainment.
He's claiming real life shit. He claiming shit that happened in real life.
Man, well, this is mama. His mama wants justice for. Because then
how is that fair?
Another thing, nigga, you weren't even man enough to do it yourself. You had to go pay somebody else to do it. She probably feel like, nigga, your puss ass. Excuse me, I mean you too. Yo, nigga, your pee ass that went and paid somebody else to do something you weren't man enough to do.
They doing what they gotta do necessary.
Then his money so long.
Job done.
Then his money so long.
I'm pretty sure it didn't happen that way on the other way too. But I can't say that. I'm not sure that.
Then his money so long, they probably feel like ain't no way they're gonna catch him in the street because he moved too good. So
well, that's them don't know how to play the game well. They signed up for that game.
When it comes to stuff like that, I agree on you, but I don't know, how Mo3 really, I really agree like that with people who don't do nothing but street shit. Mo3 was getting out of the street.
That's bullshit because it's a lot. Almost every street person that made a lot of money do good stuff too.
Because you just messed up the legal bag. It's different if you messed up the illegal bag. You just messed up the legal bag for the family.
Yeah, so you weren't watching the videos when and God bless the dead Mo3, but I'm keeping it G. Fuck that. Yeah. You weren't watching the videos when Mo3 was going live, taunting what's her name by getting shot, saying, yeah, you talking about you were hurt or something. How did let me tell them how it really happened and all that. Like he was taunting them about being shot and shit.
Yeah.
And that's what, cause I remember what's her name got on the thing.
Did they jump Mo3 or something?
I don't remember nobody jumping them, but I remember
I bet
they jumped the funny one.
I bet rainwater happened in the pumpkin jail.
You told that they jumped the comedian. What's the comedian name? Yeah, that's who they jumped.
Rod song.
But yeah, so that's just how I feel. Like I don't think that's fair. Let me ask y'all in the audience. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think it's fair for when a street person dies that their family gets justice from the police?
What I'm saying is it's different parts of the streets. You talking about somebody that's a part of the unalive gang, or you talking about a hustler? There's two different parts of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody's a hustler.
I'm talking about it all. I'm talking about. I'm saying it ain't two different rules for the streets.
It's different.
If you hustle, if you sell drugs,
but his mama not in the streets. His mama don't live to that same code.
His mama ain't dead.
Know what I'm saying? Is the mama the one who looking for justice, not him.
Justice for what?
For the murder of her son. But she's not in the street. She don't oblige to those same rules. She's not upheld by those same street politics.
Let me ask you something. If your son signs up to go out to war in the army,
you can't say my son.
If
you had to come up with a different analogy.
Why? Why?
I'm saying, well, you talking about go to war. Go on, finish what you're saying.
If your son signs up to go to war in the army, right? And God forbid something was to happen, right? And God forbid something was to happen.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say, well, they need to lock somebody up? They need to lock somebody up because your son died, or is that what he signed up to go do? Yeah.
Like they need to unalive some of them mofos.
You know, they need. So you gonna look for street justice.
Is it street? It's not.
Yes, that's what that is. That's war. We're talking about war. That's war, and we're talking about war.
That's a different. War is not.
That ain't different.
That's not street justice.
But why?
It's war,
nigga. That's war.
Ain't no rules in war. But this is what I'm saying. His mother is not obliged to those same rules. She's a civilian.
But her son signed up for the war.
Yeah, you're right. But that ain't what her son want and what the streets. Well, I mean, what she want and what the streets want is two different things. But
I'm talking about what her son want, yeah. not the streets. I'm talking about her son.
We don't know where he gone.
Yeah, but we know what he rapped and what he said and what he spoke about.
I know what rainwater want.
Rainwater.
What's going on right now?
Rainwater is a civilian, but
Yella did all that Kevin on Say Cheese TV interview like he ain't had nothing to do about it. What you
I mean,
what he supposed to say? Yeah, I did it. Come on now.
Yeah,
everyone knew Yella had something to do with it, and the same people saying they shot at Boosie and the comedian. Oh,
that ain't my business.
Yeah, he said.
Hey, but look, I will say this. That's crazy though, being that Yella Beezy and Boosie supposed to have that little relationship. They supposed to be tight. They went to the game together and shit like that. Lost money and all them type of things.
But at the same time, who say Yella Beezy had anything to do with it? I'm saying nah.
I respond to the comment.
Yeah, he's saying them the same people did it. The same people that did when Mo3 don't supposed to be the same people that got it Boosie. I'm saying, Yella Beezy had to tell them to do that. They probably did that on their own.
I agree.
Because if they the ones, he said he coming to Dallas, he gonna see about it, and they the ones that did it. Yella Beezy ain't got to tell them to go do that.
Yeah, they said, what you gonna see about in Dallas?
And at the same time, maybe Yella B didn't pay them to do it. Maybe after they did it and they like, yeah, you know, he probably just showed some love. He didn't pay him. He didn't. It wasn't premeditated for him to pay them to do it. But after they did it, I'm speculating. He probably told them a little something, showed them some love. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the man that damn tried to get me out of here, allegedly.
Boosie ain't the man that tried.
I ain't talking about Boosie, I'm talking about Mo3.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if somebody died and you finance it afterwards, and you know, for a little celebration, that's
what I'm saying.
That's illegal.
It's still lit, but you know,
it's still illegal. I'm a problem.
It's part of the game. You can't be in the streets and don't think you're gonna get robbed or killed. You gotta. It's part of
That's part of the game. Even for people who are merely hustling.
Yeah. I never said it. What I'm saying, you can't expect his mother to feel like that. That's his mama. You know what I'm saying? She's a civilian, and that's who took care of her.
And I'm finna let y'all in on the secret. That's the way the government and the police and everything else, that's the way they want it to be. Because if they wanted to make people safer, then they will legalize drugs, because then you could call the police if somebody broke in your house and tried to do you something. But due to the fact that you can't, it creates a black market, and that's what creates crime. And then they'll turn around and say, well, you know, the selling of drugs create the crime. Now the fact that it is illegal is what makes it crime go up.
And say, y'all, before we do anything, we need y'all to hit that like button, man. Go on, hit that like button. Go on, answer the poll. Go on, answer the question. The question in the poll. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. If you're not a subscriber, go on, subscribe. We got a lot of fire content that's pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check it out. Let's go to the next comment. It say free Yella B. Yella, they hate the 60s. Yella Crip.
He say free Yella, they hate the 60s.
That Yella Crip.
Who hate the 60s? What?
Crip vibes though.
I think he is a criminal. Here you go. That was look.
Mo3 was in the streets, or at least portraying, but they did him dirty on the interstate.
How they doing? What you mean by is that? You just saying like a figure of speech did him dirty?
Mo3 was moving, slapping him. Yeah, he was, man. He was thinking with the wrong head.
I agree. Mo3 got too comfortable. You got too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And on top of it, see, I'm trying to fuck that. So look, Fred, what's his name? Trap Boy Freddy and Yella Beezy, like them the names you know in that area of town. Whether you want to fake on Yella Beezy and say he ain't do this and he wasn't born there and he ain't go to this school and he a yellow boy and pretty boy and he ain't beat him up by himself and all that type of thing. Now you can say all that, but them some of the major names in them areas, and you know they got a little money. So it don't matter how big and bad you is, you got to be cognizant of that when you stepping off, you know what I'm saying, outside moving, kid. Like, yeah. You come out the door, kid, you got to look left, look right, kid. You got to know what's going on. You nigga crazy.
Long live the best rapper out of Dallas.
No, he said, and I loved Mo3 music. Mo3 used to jam like a motherfucker. But let's be real. My boy used to get on it. He used to get on the internet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I used to bullet little Yella Beezy.
Man, he used to be on them people, cuz that's what I'm saying. And y'all acting like some just them people just.
You know what I'm saying? If Yella, my shit been on mute the whole time. But if Yella did so happen, you know, I understand. They tried to, from what the streets say, they tried to unalive you first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know who did what first. Cause I watched, and I know them documentaries don't necessarily be credible all the time, but
there goes somebody else.
It be some on it.
That man wasn't no damn saint.
It be something to it, yeah.
And look what they say: steal a mother son. You know, my mama don't care about that.
Everybody got doggone mother son. That's what I'm saying. We only care about certain people mother son.
Yeah,
and we don't care about other people mother son. But it ain't about knowing people.
Of course, I don't care about somebody I don't know.
Yeah, that's how you feel. So why everybody got mad at me when I said something
Hey,
about.
boo man, we live right now. You want to pull up? Pull up.
So why everybody got mad at me when I said, what's the young man that just got murdered in Dallas?
Lil Running.
When I said Lil Running, man, I won't talk about no damn Lil Running when my homeboy Mitchell J got killed down here in the city. Oh no, cuz. Why everybody got mad at me then?
Here go another woman, loves some 3, but he wasn't innocent. He was gonna be either him or them.
Yeah, that's a war. That's what I'm. That's what I hate. I hate niggas, cuz not niggas, and I don't mean black people. I'm talking about like people, period. Cause they understand certain things in certain situations, but then they don't understand other times. So peep this: in war, period. I don't give a damn if it's America versus this country or it's this hood versus that hood.
Somebody said
situation versus situation. Cause in war,
yeah,
it's kill or be killed, man.
Yeah, somebody said this girl said, Pretty Dick said they did him wrong for real. Somebody said, and he did Yella wrong. Only difference is he didn't make it out the freeway.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a bar right there.
It don't be once war start and people start dying, it ain't really right and wrong ain't even in the picture no more.
Yeah, boy say the one who dies always gonna be the one who get the most love. Yella Beezy, I don't think they'll be praising Yella Beezy if he died like they did Mo 3. I just don't think.
If he died, yeah, they would.
He wouldn't be getting
his music just ain't as
good.
No,
I'm saying he wouldn't have been like they wouldn't be saying like, since Yella Beezy died, Dallas music ain't been the same. It would have been all that.
Well, that would be a true statement. I mean, what you saying? I said that wrong, but what you saying? Like, music wouldn't take a different hit if Yella Beezy music wasn't there, because his music ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't hating on that, but I'm glad he did what he did in music. I hope he after he get out this situation, I hope he take that money and invest it and make more money. So I don't want to sound like I'm hating.
Yella, they say music. They say the Yella. They say when you go in that courtroom and they got you dead right. They say don't put nobody else in it. Just say that's on me, baby.
Yeah, well, they gotta go get old crap. But nah, though, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that.
Hey, your baby was also a thug.
See?
Well, that was you deserve it, mama.
That's what I'm saying, man. You cannot.
Somebody said your baby was asking to get killed.
I don't know about that. I don't think. It's funny.
It was a mutual comeback.
I think Texas got mutual comeback too, don't it?
Yeah, he said so. Now it's justice, but Yella Beezy got shot first.
Yeah, it's saying the same shit. Texas got mutual comeback, don't it?
I don't know. They got stand your ground.
Nah, but I know it's only 2 states in the country that actually got mutual comeback. So well, me and you can say let's fight if you agree to fight.
If both of us give consent.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I know it's like that from I don't know if it's like that from the way I read law and when I used to read the Inquisitor and stuff, and they say you just say statements like the person they'll say like you assault the person without their permission. So for me, being a comprehensive person, that must mean if I got their permission, you can't charge me. So if you say hit me, go on hit me, and I hit you, that's not assault.
It's not assault. It's not battery if you have a person's permission to hit them, but it is disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
So you can still go to jail.
Yeah. So if somebody say blow my head off.
Nah, that ain't the same. Yeah, this is gonna be grass. I ain't gonna lie.
They say, yeah, Yella trash. Man, shout out to my boy Jeremy Artisan. My boy Jay, man, what it do?
And what that is
in Washington. I thought snow bunny happened.
Oh, bunny happened.
That boy out there making snow angels.
Yeah. So look, I don't want to spend too much time on
Yella Beezy.
Yella Beezy.
We can get back to it though. If something else drop, we can get back to it.
As we update it and we get more information in, we're gonna come back and holler at you about that Yella Beezy thing, because that is major for Dallas. You know what I'm saying? The DWF Shreveport. I gotta call my partner Gangster and make sure he okay, because I know how
you feel about his people down there.
Yeah, how you feel about his people in Dallas, man. He really love y'all, dog. He really love y'all.
All right, now let's go to
Dallas home.
now we finna switch over to what we finna switch over to? This Big U in the role of 60 Crips. Federal indictment.
You got Big U, Rolling 60 Crips, Loose Cannon, Bricc Baby.
Let's go to you want to do the
and I seen Whack one.
You want to share
Go to the
you
press run.
want to go to the press release first?
Yeah.
Then we'll go to Big U talking about it.
Yeah, and then we can listen to Whack. Because Whack said a mouthful.
Here we go, right here. Here we go.
All right.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
No.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Henley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021.
Are you crazy?
This same man, Eugene Henley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been involved with work, including youth charities, and the feds say he did it all to further his own criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was
those donation? Or was those check-in fees? Know what I'm saying? What you think?
What?
He say donations. Was they donating or was they paying draft?
I think if they would have paid draft, they would have did it a different way. I believe that he lied to them for money.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me fix that. I don't think he lied to them for money.
Yeah.
I think however they got the money or whatever conversation they had those conversations. And then when the money was there, if true, this is what I allege, I don't know. If true, then maybe he probably just took some money from that and tried to, you know what I'm saying, do a little something with it. And you cannot do that with
donation. So very involved in a much larger crime ring, and it wasn't just Henley that they're looking for. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes. 4 people named in the criminal complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist, is now a fugitive. The FBI, among other agencies, looking for him and several other people involved in a much wider ranging crime ring. We'll have details much later today on the NBC4 News beginning at 3 o'clock. But for now, reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you very much for that update. We're looking forward to it. All right, so let's go to NBC4's Michelle Vyas. She's live at the federal building in Westwood where the defendants will be processed. Michelle.
Big U was on the run. So
that's right. Annabelle, good morning. Right behind me, we have FBI agents and members of the Department of Justice here. This is where some of the members, the gang members.
They said that he was on the run, but this is what I've watched in a bunch of federal cases. what they do is once they put out an indictment, or not indictment, a warrant. Once they put out a warrant for your arrest, and they come to whatever area they thought they were going to pick you up, and you're not there, they will deem you to the public to be a fugitive or on the run. But it's obvious that he wasn't on the run, because once his lawyers informed him of his arrest, he immediately turned himself in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
and most of the time, you know, when people directly turn themselves in, it's because they're not really guilty of the alleged crimes.
So I'm gonna play this. I gotta go. I'm gonna start back playing this.
From the Crips were brought to be processed. We just saw likely one of them being driven away, who will likely be in court this afternoon. This is a big day. This is where they're processed. Many of them still need to be processed to face those federal charges. A big day, but big agents need the Big Get, a.k.a. Big U, Eugene Henley, now a fugitive. They think he's somewhere in Southern California, a self-proclaimed philanthropist and ringleader of the Rolling 60s Crip gang. Here's more on the arrest from Special Agent in charge.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives.
My God.
They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia.
Big U, the Crip leader turned gang interventionist, ran mafia-like enterprises, according to the feds. Developing Options was his nonprofit charity that was touted as helping gang members get out of the gang life. As we look live here, again, this is the federal building. You see the tents, you see the agents.
So look, y'all, I'm gonna keep it G. And I was talking to Cub about this earlier. Like, I don't necessarily know most of the people involved in this, so I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for nobody or whatever the case might be, but it really, like, I hate this situation, because what it does is it's a knock on people who actually have changed their life and actually is doing good work in the community to try to better the community, and it paints them in a light like this to where it's now people gonna think twice or look different type of ways at dealing with people in those realms, because can we trust you? Are you really trying? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So I really don't like that. But at the same time, because I like to play. I used to watch this dude named Chris Cuomo on the time, and sometimes they would call him Two Sides Romo. I mean, Two Side Cuomo. So I like to talk both sides, like from this person's side, so from their side and this side. So I'm also say this. So like as Big U them though, being that I don't know the exact facts on the ground of what really happened, this could be like, is this a ploy to put that stain on people who have changed their life, you know what I'm saying, and trying to do better and do things like that? But if he actually play a role in that murder that they speak of, then I mean, I don't know how you defend that. Like, I don't know how you defend that.
All right, let's go to
Big U.
Big U responding. Yeah, let's go to Big U responding. What's up, man? My boy the baby just walked in. We doing a live podcast, man.
Hold on, it's a question. Go to the bottom.
If you change your life, are you snitching?
Are you snitching?
If you still affiliated and still calling yourself a gang member, yeah.
Hold on. What you mean? Hold on. I need you to elaborate on that. If you change your life, are you snitching? Like, you saying if something happened, since I've changed my life, am I going to tell now? Or are you saying, like, what you saying with it? Let me know what you saying with it. Because in my opinion, if you were in the streets and you call yourself changing your life and you tell about some stuff that went on, yeah, that's snitching, man. Yeah, that's snitching.
Say, bro, nobody talking these nickels. We all know Yella guilty. I don't know what that man is. I want that
nigga is guilty.
But let me go to this
nah,
big U.
I don't think so. Yeah, I seen Yella Beezy, so he really like
with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all. I don't even know what to say. Now, 21 years, I've elevated my family. Come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. If you can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from development.
So look, hold on 1 second, because I wanna address that. He said, "Are you snitching if you out the streets but still bang?" If you out the streets but still bang, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Huh? No, I'm asking. That's a question.
Because you still acknowledge that you're not in the streets, but you still, like Nipsey. He wasn't in the streets, but he still acknowledged himself as being a rolling 60 Crip.
What the hell? What snitching got to do with that?
I don't know, man.
Snitching, hold on, listen. Snitching, if you didn't know, is talking to law enforcement about criminal activity.
Yeah.
That's snitching. I don't know what the hell that even supposed to mean.
Somebody say, hate to see it, trap boy, you next. We're gonna be waiting on that right now. We're gonna get back to that. They say, yeah, snitching. That's snitching. Civilians can snitch by committing crimes. Hold on, a civilian cannot snitch. A civilian tells. They tell. A civilian, they can't snitch. They telling. There's a difference between telling and snitching. Snitching is you actually have been involved with the crime, and now you trying to get your time cooked. Mm-hmm. Or you getting somebody else, you getting somebody else locked up because to set yourself free. That's snitching. Yeah,
snitching is trying to get somebody locked up for your benefit.
JP next show. Who the fuck who is JP? Committing. They don't even make no damn sense. They on that juice. Hey, let's go back to Big U, man.
Developing option. I use developing option for the front. Developing option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made as an employee for developing option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did.
First mistake he made, nigga, why is your nonprofit what you got going to pay your bills? Like, nigga, it's a nonprofit. Like, I understand being paid for your services, but Jesus Christ, my brother.
I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes, and them coming around telling me I was using development option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's gonna be true. None of that's gonna be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they gonna arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you gonna lump me in with all them? But it's all a big picture though. It's all a big picture. Now I'm gonna be sitting in here. It's gonna be years out of my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me, pray for my family. And you look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over though. That's what it's not. Blessings. I'm looking at all these charges on the news.
That brother done been home 21 years and then got wrapped up in some mess. I will tell you this though. One part where I know he ain't lying. When he said helping black people will get you targeted, he ain't told not one lie, kid. If you help black people, you better be on a straight and narrow, because all it takes is you to piss off one white woman.
Oh, what Corey Hawks? Man, you talking about them boys can't come back to Dallas, gunplay away. What boys? Who you talking about, Corey?
Who can't come back to Dallas, Corey?
Put a name on the Corey.
My God.
We love that.
What boys can't come back to Dallas, Mr. Corey?
My dog Boo Man just walked in the building.
He talking about, you think he talking about boosting them?
I guess so.
Oh, he might be talking about Trap Boy and
How they can't come back to Dallas?
Yella Beezy. He might be banning them.
Like people, the streets men knew what was up if that is what happened in the streets.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So,
they did. Yeah,
so what you talking about is irrelevant. They didn't never leave.
Yeah, they already know.
So I guess he's saying they got to stay in Fort Worth or something.
Yeah.
That's how you separate yourself from everyone else. I do not talk to these people. Well, maybe he stopped talking to them a couple years back, but it don't matter. You talking to them at one point.
I don't think so. So, and reason I say that is because when I used to see Wack talking, he was like, man, even when he talked about Bricc Baby, he was like, man, been around Big U such and such and such and such time. I ain't never seen you, like that type of stuff. So I do believe like that, because being from an area, you might not really necessarily associate with everybody, but y'all might then pass through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might then pass by, but that don't mean y'all really actually fool with each other. You know what I'm saying? And by me watching Young Thug's case, they just took a lot of different crimes that happened and just threw that shit together and tried to. And I know, don't get me wrong, I know the feds a little more meticulous than that. I know they ain't just gonna pretty much say no anything. But I have read a lot of paperwork and a lot of things do look
you gotta go to that paperwork
overblown.
You gotta go to the paperwork.
In order to, and I think it be for like reasons of bond.
Yeah, you know they got to sauce it up. They say the feds not playing. Somebody say J. Prince Jr. is niggas. Man, I know your guy is nervous as an MF for right now. Y'all.
Why? What your guy did?
It ain't what he did. It's what they perceive him to do.
What they perceive your guy to do?
When it comes to, like, you know, it's different between reality and perception. The reality, the actual reality, it don't matter about the actual reality. It's what the people perceive. The people perceive that he's involved in illegal activity and with the murder that just happened in what it was up in the young dog stuff. And the dude said your brother paid them and all that. So I thought that was
his brother.
It don't. You want CMG also?
Oh yeah, they said CMG.
Yeah, his brother is the employer of CMG.
I remember. I bullshit. I watched the trial. Yeah, they ain't say. They said CMG. I ain't gonna even lie. In the trial, they said specifically on the record. Who is J. Prince Jr.?
What it is?
Jay Prince?
His son.
Man.
Jazz Prince, Jay Prince, Jr. You know, Jay Prince got like.
I know. Oh, Jay Prince.
Yeah, he put Jay Prince.
Oh, okay. Jay Prince Jr. Okay, my bad. I apologize.
Y'all,
That
while y'all in there with us, man, go on, hit that like button. You heard? Go on, show us some love. Hit that like button.
Why would Jay Prince Jr. be next? I'm so learning so much that I don't know nothing.
What they call they record label?
Huh?
What they call they record label?
We mob ties, baby.
Then and what Big U was known for? They said he was known for. You got to check in.
I don't know nothing about.
I'm just saying.
I don't know nothing about you got to check in, none of that.
They say you supposed to check in when you go to Houston.
I don't know nothing about none of that. I know the Big U I knew was a philanthropist and a anti-gang activist. So that's the only one I can't tell you what he doing. that I heard of.
I can only tell you what's perceived, what the people are alleged. I don't know what the man do. I don't know him personally. I've never been around him. You know
so what Jay Prince Jr. perceived?
It's perceived that they mob ties. That you got to check in. If you want to be good in Houston, you check in with mob ties.
I don't believe that. Sauce Walker said you ain't got to do that, and he from Houston.
Of course, he gonna say that because he's not with mob ties. If he say that, he make his crew look lesser of a crew. You know what I'm saying?
So it must not be true then. That mean Houston can't be. He can't. It can't be true.
It might not be true, but in the hip hop community, Rap-A-Lot rappers and Jay Prince have been perceived to be the boogeyman of Texas.
I thought they was the hero. I thought when something happened, you go to Jay Prince and he get your stuff back and all that type of stuff. I thought
perception and reality is two different things. In reality, he is dead.
I thought he keep the peace.
But in perception, he's perceived as being somebody that you don't want to mess with, and somebody that do what he got to do to get what he wants to the extreme. But in actual reality, he's a nice guy, a successful black entrepreneur, philanthropist, you know what I'm saying, who put a lot of black people in positions, but the Caucasians don't see it that way.
So you trying to say like any brother that brings about peace to big neighborhoods, you feel like are they being targeted?
I know in the hip hop, I've been on mute, but I know in the hip hop community, people put up a facade, you know what I'm saying, to appeal to the gangster rap community. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For years it's been you got to rap what you live. That's recently changed. But back in the day, it used to be you had to rap what you live. That's why people love Boosie so much. That's why people love C Murder so much. That's why people, love Dirk like that. You got to rap. You supposed to rap what you live, and that's become
the downfall.
Yeah, of the community. Because now, y'all just said y'all rapping everything y'all living, but then they try to turn around and say, "Oh, nah, this my art." You gotta, it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But I will say this, especially dealing in content, a lot of stuff be said on the internet that just ain't true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it might sound good. A nigga might say it with conviction and all that. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make it to be the facts on the ground.
Time, it's not just coming from the internet. It's coming off the internet, but it's coming from a lot of their peers in the industry.
Let me ask you something, right?
And when this not coming from comments.
Let me ask you something.
And even before the internet, this was coming from their peers.
So let me ask you something. How you know that before the internet? What you
before the
about?
internet? Before the internet, before YouTube, it still was video on the internet.
Oh, okay. Well, you talking about over in general. I had got my mind back to Big U now. So you said you good now.
Oh yeah, we need to get back to Big U too.
Yeah. So this what I was thinking. I'm like, I feel like unless the murder, other than the murder, because that's the only thing that I seen that they was just saying he might be involved with that. That'll be an ironclad. Just you got a nigga. But that other stuff, like a lot of times, like I say, what they'll do is people be doing shit you might not know what people be doing because unbeknownst to a lot of the police and the FBI and shit, even when thugs get together and they huddle and chill and all that. They don't be telling each other what crimes they did. Nigga been and just shot at somebody, come back. Well, we'll send it in. Somebody probably just been and shot at somebody, and they come back riding and won't say a word. Next thing you know, you riding and bullets been riddled you or something. But people don't. I said that to say, like, people don't tell everybody everything they do, so it's not really fair to throw that on another person. But they're saying what the feds are alleging is that he had two entities. He's a part of the Rolling 60 Crips, and he has his nonprofit. They're saying he used both organizations to get what he want. Go to that paperwork. Let's read it.
Hold on, we probably need to go and finish him first.
Oh, he ain't finished.
You sent me the paperwork?
Yo, you gotta put it up. It's on the government.
Well, let me play this while I'm finding the paperwork.
It's on the government, FBI.
I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't fuck with Cannon. Everybody know I don't fuck with Bricc Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them is the dudes you gonna have to call themselves turning against me. Well, ain't no turn against me. I ain't going for that. You might well go get 600 and whack. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with developing option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with developing option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with developing option. Shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeated thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say,
there we go.
Yeah, this is the press release that the Federal Bureau of Investigations in Los Angeles, excuse me, put out. I'm finna go ahead. Okay, it's a longtime leader of the South Los Angeles-based Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips street gang, who is also an entertainment entrepreneur and a self-proclaimed community activist, has been charged in a federal complaint alleging he ran a criminal enterprise that committed a series of racketeering crimes, including they got extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of an inspiring rap musician, the Justice Department announced today. Eugene Henley Jr., 58, aka Big U, of the Hyde Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles, is charged in the complaint with conspiracy to violate racketeering, influence, and corrupt organizations. That's the RICO. He got two other alleged members with him. These allegations in the complaint unsealed today revealed a criminal enterprise that engaged murder, extortion, human trafficking, and fraud, all led by a supposed anti-gang activist and purported music entrepreneur who is nothing more than a violent street criminal, says acting U.S. Attorney Joseph McNally. Eliminating gangs and organized crime in the Department of Justice is the Department of Justice's top priority. Today's charges and arrests target the leadership of this criminal outfit and will make the neighborhoods of Los Angeles safer. I doubt that. because niggas is finna fight for their positions. Niggas is finna die. I am grateful for the work of our prosecutors and law enforcement partners. The lead defendant and other in this case have far too long gotten away with violent acts and stealing money from taxpayers and well-intended donors, whether they used intimidation tactics or will influence as purportedly rehabilitated original gangsters. The FBI and our partners have worked for 4 years to bring justice in this case and will continue to root out this kind of criminal behavior that is plaguing the streets. In total, it says the last 24 hours, 10 rolling 60 Crip members and associates who are charged with various federal crimes are being arrested. 4 of them are already in custody, one including the infamous Bricc Baby, or some would know him as Shitty, little Shitty cuz. Let's see. Here we go. It say while the Big U enterprise at times partner with the rolling 60 Crips and other criminal elements for mutual benefit, the Big U enterprise is a distinct and independent, meaning it's its own thing, criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity including murder, extortion, robbery, trafficking, and exploiting sex workers, fraud, and illegal gambling. They got saying they had some loaded dice that they was dealing with. We'll talk later about the murder. I don't want to really talk about that.
They with the loaded dice. That's they say it's supposed to be Adrian Broner.
Yeah, they say he got Adrian Broner with the loaded dice, and they say they
say Adrian Broner was getting other celebrities and basketball players with the loaded dice. They say he supposed to been hit from like 1.5 million, and Big U was mad at him because he ain't check in with him. That's what they say.
Oh yeah, because he supposed to came for a DP for that.
Yeah,
I seen that. They say he supposed to came in for a DP for that. And the dude, they say the dude that they call an RW that got murdered in 2021, they saying that he paid for his studio time and he ain't really recorded at the rate that Big U wanted him to. And then after he ain't recorded at the rate, they say he got in the studio and dissed Big U.
Well, this Big U a big red.
I ain't in mind. They say he got in the studio and dissed Big U. They say, and since he dissed Big U, they say Big U and another brother got in a car, drove to Las Vegas, got this brother, snatched him up like JoJo the Body Snatcher.
Yeah.
Put him in the, drug him in the woods, and then shot him in the face.
I thought they took him in the desert.
Shot him in the head. Yeah, the desert. Same thing. Whatever.
No woods in the desert.
Whatever. Shot him in the head, and they say shot him in the head and left him in the ditch. Shot him in the head and left him in the ditch.
And he sponsors about 3,000.
So as of this time, we don't know exactly what Bricc Baby is his charges are and what he's in for. But from the looks of it, Big U and Bricc say he kind of at odds with Bricc Baby, and I used to see Bricc Baby kind of like he ain't really just too overly fun, even though that's Big Hump. He like he ain't too overly fun, and
but they say Bricc Baby name supposed to be in another sealed indictment. They got something to do with Lil Durk. That's what they said on it.
I think they lying.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe that for one second.
Yeah.
I don't
because it might not be real. Like I said, it might not be reality, but it might be perceived. Just like they say, I
don't believe that for one second.
They also saying the reason they having a Quando cousin like that allegedly because Quando ain't check in. Then you remember,
I don't believe that.
You remember after all that happened, then he tried to link up with Big U. You remember he tried to link up with Big U after all that happened?
He tried to link up.
Not before that happened.
Yeah.
When he couldn't really do no shows and that.
Yeah, that's when he tried to link up with Big U. And they ended up getting together. They did a podcast together and all type of stuff. They was cool. But like I say, I feel like he was foolish in trusting that anyway, because they had a relationship with Lil Durk and them and the BDs long before you even came around. So that was just fucking stupid. Just because y'all carry the same moniker, man. You from a Rolling 60 Crip gang that's way in Georgia, man. Yeah, damn, not even the same thing. Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all, I know y'all gang members like to get mad because y'all emotional. But pop a perk and chill for me, and let me say this to you. Stop banging out of town gangs. Cause first off, they don't even respect you for it. Cause it's they shit. You can go out there and see they streets. They streets and everything that you banging, like, kid. Like, why is you all the way out here 1,000 miles away banging Bloods and Crips?
But check this out. They don't own the street, so they banging somebody else's stuff too.
That's the difference. But I'm gonna tell you something. That's really the difference in Compton. Most of them people do own them houses. Most of them people in them neighborhoods, they do own it. And them stores, like, if you in a gang neighborhood in Compton, for the most part, from what I've been informed, like, they really take care of their neighborhoods with gangbang. It's like an organized chaos.
Yeah.
Versus everybody else where it's just simple chaos.
So they like the king.
No, we ain't doing no crime.
I said as far as taking care of the hood.
For taking care of the hood?
Yeah.
I can't say we took care of the hood. Look at you. Ain't nothing in the hood no more.
We ain't talking about today. I'm saying, like, when it first came around. When it was up in its heyday and its peak.
They took care of the gang. They took care of gang members.
And where the gang members was?
Huh?
Where the gang members from?
Different places.
So it was a bunch of people in the Kings that were in front of Kings?
It's people. The Kings, you got to look at, that's an area of houses. So, you're going to have people that might move from out there, might move from here, Oh,
so y'all just let anybody in?
No, but y'all did too. Anybody that got accepted to hood.
Man, we off topic, man. Let's get back to Big U, man.
Nigga try to play with us.
Let's get back to Big U, man.
But yeah, so that's what's going on with it. I'm
hold on, man. I think we gotta
I want y'all to hear what Wack 100 said, because
see, that's why I was trying to play Big U so he can.
We gonna get to it. So I want y'all. We finna play what Big U said at first, I guess, but I want y'all to hear what Wack 100 said, cause that Big U set him off, pissed him off. I'm talking about pissed him off. What the fuck going on here? Everybody getting hit. Everybody getting hit. Somebody running their mouth. Somebody could be running their mouth, but I'm gonna tell y'all this too.
Of course, somebody running their mouth. What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you this too. In the year of our Lord 2025, if you think it's just overly easy to just get away with crime when it's cameras literally everywhere, it's drones with cameras and shit, like, and the technology that you got ain't very privacy friendly, and kid, y'all dumb ass is going down. Go on, play Big U, man. Go on, finish him out, because he ain't really, he too monotone.
Says all around the 60s. Watch and see. You just seen it with us. I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff to assassinate my character. All right, man. Just pray for me. And again,
instead of talking about pray for him.
Wack said he told him though.
They can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel like want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house, before my house get raided.
Well,
I ain't there with the police. And y'all sitting there following them. Everybody that supported them shows and 100 shows and all them shows. And y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people. They can put charges against anybody. So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house.
600
actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack. Whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they go on the internet and do what the fuck they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Because I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wack said he was gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wack. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up all of them until they lock me up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Self-snitching, control, extortion.
Everybody, you would have went home first.
Is you gave the federal agent.
Hold on, play Brick Baby.
So
Let him
you
do a
telling
Brick
me-
Baby.
Calling my son at his football practice. Which one of the 60s gonna call yourself coming?
Okay, Brick Baby.
That's what the whole play is. I'm out.
Now you knew Wack 100 wasn't going to
Get put on.
No, you haven't, bro. You've been
ultimately be the reason why they may not beat these charges.
Was in the set on the hood. Hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horseman, or at 54th. When did you get put on?
Baby, when did
you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out on 2002 Eileen Street at June House. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You've been in
Man, cuz nobody was a part of my put on. They was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild. He's an Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third squabble. Who did you squabble, gang?
everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble everybody. You would have went home first.
Shut your
You didn't know. Hey, you come up here with 30. None of them was from 60s.
You ain't
Long hood.
But if you don't know by now,
Help your community. Say.
he also talked about
You must
Brought the 25,000. This one right here is
me, you stupid 2025. See, here go the problem. You must then take heed and go attorney up. Because your attorney would have told you, come to me, don't say nothing, don't do no videos, and we're going to walk you in if that's what you're going to do. Because what you just did is you gave the federal agents all of our power they need, because now you can't renege on none of this shit. See, you're proceeding indictment paperwork. We just learned about this March 3rd, 2025. Bozo. This investigation started 2021. How do they know? I'm going to tell you how they know. You got a Bay Vester, who I've been knowing probably before you, because he didn't use with you. Red Mike's brother. Y'all know who he is, right? You didn't took this, a regular tabletop you is. You took a regular dude, a regular civil dude, because you had no more firepower or no more soldiers or flunkies around you. A regular dude, and you intimidated him and made him do things and participate in things that you knew damn well didn't fit. And what he started to do, you know what he did? He turned into Sonny Brasco. You remember how Sonny Brasco, his wife started telling him, you're starting to become them. You're supposed to be undercover. They started to think he was ready to roll. I got the power. You ain't gonna like this. I'm the only buffer between Big U and Big U. If I get out the way, this gonna happen. You send it over there to extort for $500 and $1,000. Let me tell you something, you silly, dumb, stupid, nitwit, dip-witted. You picked up more than 10 occasions we read the federal money given to the victim. You pressing, they got a face goddamn camera in the mock, and you sending Vay, a civilian who's supposed to tell on you. Vay ain't no gang member. I said it, they talk about pop out of football. Got an old white woman, live over there in Port Arrest for a wife, and want to come over there, help you with the football. You know what you do? Call me, cuz. Hey, how you doing? I'm Eugene Henley, developing options. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the community. Killed him, right? Rayshawn Williams, that's what we need to pray for. Rayshawn Williams was the best friend of Dayon Henley, your son that played for the San Diego Charges. So how he looking at you? Your oldest kid don't even you. He don't even care your name because you beat him half to death 6-7 times. You remember the first time in 04, the Power Roots had to come bail you out, help you get out, turn you up. Remember all that topic? So let's talk about who we need to pray for. You a monster. That's what the who is. You didn't blood. You didn't know Hoover. You didn't know great gangster. You didn't none of that. Young, inspired playing football. Y'all look at that face in my PTR. That's the face of Rayshawn Williams right there. Look at that face. No mustache. Innocent face. What you do? You say he did a diss song? We never heard it. Ooh-wee. Leave him in a ditch? You left in a ditch. Hey, talk to Bay. Sylvester, the one, told the police. Y'all got the call and y'all drove in Vegas and did what y'all did. D-Say, I'ma talk about it. D.S. his name, D-Say. D-Say is the one that told him that you had him go pull the camera footage down. These is all your people. These Power Rules, they ain't 100 people. What do you mean? The 100 people ought to be ashamed of yourself. No, it shouldn't be burned down developing options. Crenshaw coach, all you parents, if any of y'all show up this season, that y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself because that could have been your bitch. Since you want to pop my name, now I'm a pop it. Could never do nothing better than me. All you could do better than me is be dumber than this. All you could be better than me is sitting here on G talking about what you didn't do. You never read your paperwork of everything they got you doing. You got nothing to do with why. It seemed to me like I've been threatening the paperwork. I ain't said nothing. I don't give a. What you mean? How did they know? How did they know? How did they know they was gonna raid my house? How did they know? Oh, use the goofy. Let me show you how I knew. How did they know? How did they know? How you didn't know? I'm gonna show you. Here we go.
Let my mom tell you because she know everything. Hold on. Yes. Okay. I was tripping that it took 3 years. 4 years. 3 years. To run DNA. It just made. So what? They was contacting Big U to come give up DNA and he wouldn't do it? Well, what had happened was when they was doing the investigation and they wanted to take down DNA, he wouldn't give them his DNA. So they had to serve him a search warrant to get his DNA. They transferred the case to the FBI out there in Vegas, and Las Vegas police department is still handling the case as well. So when did the test come back? When did the DNA come back? It came back 2 months ago. And they still ain't arrested? Now they told me between me and you, please, between me and you, don't tell nobody because they don't want nobody to know. They're going to be making an arrest the end of March, the beginning of April. Gotcha. I will sit back and watch the show.
Well, you did
They basically going to put his case and Nipsey Hussle's case together. The same person, the DNA that, the lawyer for Nipsey Hussle is going to take up, be doing my brother's case too. You mean the DA? Yeah. Yeah. District attorney. Oh, okay.
I mean, you stupid. I'm pretty sure you heard it on the internet. You know the voice of these ladies. They worked at your organization for 3-4 years. The son and the brother lived at your house for 2 years. You don't know their voice? What Bay says, your driver, your right-hand man, y'all got a call that he dissed you in the studio in Vegas. Bay says you guys went to one place, went to an Airbnb, got him, went somewhere. He was shot in the face, left him in a ditch. This would be your right-hand man, the non-gang member that you turned around and started involving in streets. You remember the ones you told, don't nobody discuss this? Well, they discussed it, you stupid. You know what's going on with you, bozo number 8. But you want to put it on WAC 100.
I've been doing a lot of homework and research on this indictment. And from everything I've collected, Big U cooked itself. I'm talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's go to this. See what Gail King to mind us that woman name.
No, the hip-hop executive has turned himself into federal authorities overnight. He's accused of running a dangerous criminal enterprise. His name, Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U. He helped launch the career of Nipsey Hussle. Well, he's now been charged with extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and murder. National correspondent Jerika Duncan is here with the latest. Jerika, he seems to have a lot going on. Good morning.
Definitely a lot going on. Good morning to you, Gail. During this investigation, federal officials say they received or recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of methamphetamines, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. Prosecutors allege Henley ran an enterprise like a mob boss and defrauded companies, the government, and even celebrities in the process.
My God. I'm going to go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive.
Music executive Eugene Henley, or Big U, taking to Instagram moments before turning himself in and just hours after federal authorities declared him a fugitive Wednesday.
They just raided all my houses.
Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization.
Investigators claim Henley painted himself as a hip-hop legend and a Los Angeles community activist, but is actually, according to authorities, the leader of a South LA gang who ran an alleged criminal enterprise.
If I was to describe Big U's role in rap, he would definitely be the Godfather.
The facts alleged in the complaint is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him.
More than a dozen others that prosecutors say are tied to the criminal case are also in custody. According to the affidavit, Henley is charged with violating the Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Prosecutors allege his organization, Big U Enterprises, was linked with the murder of an aspiring rapper working under Henley's label in 2021. They claim Henley shot and killed the rapper in Las Vegas after the rapper recorded a diss track about Henley. Officials say Henley then dumped his body in a ditch. Officials also claim Henley used his nonprofit organization, Developing Options, which purported to help at-risk youth, to dupe taxpayers, the County of Los Angeles, and NBA players. He allegedly embezzled hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of donations and grants by transferring money into his personal bank account.
Y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community.
Henley served 13 years in prison after trying to rob an undercover sheriff's deputy of cocaine back in 1991. He has not yet entered a plea deal to the current charges, but could potentially face life in prison if convicted. We did reach out to his attorney and still are waiting for a response. Also in that video, though, guys, he said a lot of the stuff you hear is straight trash. So he will get a chance to defend what he is calling allegations that do not match him. A lot of people think that he did a lot of good in the community, but clearly there's a lot to uncover and we'll find out more.
And multiple things can be true at the same time. Drika, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I wonder why they call that operation with Bricc Baby Operation Drawdown.
The whole thing called drawdown. Eh?
Operation Drawdown.
This sound kind of sinister.
Yeah, man, what is that about?
Yeah, you draw, you know, you pull that thing out.
Yeah.
Crazy. You
That's
pull,
a
you know what I'm saying? You pull that the glitz out. It's you drawing down.
That's a wild little deal down.
Man, how you feel about the Yella Beezy thing?
You think no jumper gonna be in this?
Hey, come sit down, man.
You think?
I ain't get the full drop through.
You think no jumper? You not no jumper. You think Adam 22 gonna be subpoenaed about anything?
I don't know, man. They ain't got to. These are all on video. It's all on video.
What's on video?
Oh yeah, let's go to those them videos.
What's on video?
Let's go.
What you talking about on video?
Them on the podcast.
Oh yeah, I want to see what Adam 22 said about Bricc Baby. They said he said.
When I done the Say Cheese TV interview.
Nigga, what you got him in there?
Huh?
I told him like.
I was gonna get on talking about Bricc Baby. He said he put the feds on Bricc Baby.
Yella Beezy, I gotta do some reading on that too. I ain't really looked.
Man, let me go to Instagram.
Yeah, ain't too much to read on this shit. They just say he done been arrested for capital murder, basically for murder for hire.
I told y'all.
I'm the
one that put the feds on Bricc Baby. I keep telling y'all niggas think I be playing. When Bricc Baby went to Houston and was playing on the internet and put that $10,000 stack on his head.
Yeah, man. Nigga out here in Houston, man. 106, I got a diamond on Charleston White head.
And indirectly said, hey, I got some money on Charleston head. And he continued to act like he was pursuing me. I made a federal report, nigga. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement friend. So, not only that, we filed a report with the feds in LA, along with the LA County Police. I swear to God. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. This is what I did. So, as a self-proclaimed gang leader, a gang member, who has ties to one of the most notorious gangs in this state, in this country. He's now going around telling all the gang information. They see the feds see he got a loose lip, so he may give up some information. So I swear to God, I told y'all all I wanted was a bag. I got a bag. I don't know. I got a badge. I got a whole motherfucking uniform. Huh? I'm the one that put the. I told y'all.
Man, no jumper gonna have that information. Go no jumper. Fuck that.
Hold on, here goes something else right here.
The youngsters get out, and then they have to have an experience before they realize I should have checked in. You know what I mean? Or I should have called, or I should have been moving a certain way. And so they get out, and they might be under your banner, but then they not
That's that shit with Dirk and Quan, though.
I told y'all.
Oh, no, jump.
We just heard it too.
Investigators claim Henley painted himself as a hip hop legend.
That's the paperwork.
Hold on, what this say? It say Henley recounted to victim one an incident which Henley and Rolling 60s gang members chased down WEC 100, attempting to hurt him. There's 15 to 20 niggas with us with hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like, boom. She jumped in the car, paid for, and then took off. Boom. This nigga screaming, my wife draws, I see you. Eugene, I see you. Eugene Henley, I see you. He's screaming out there. He got his blower. What the fuck is? Oh, his blowout. But he's fucked up because nobody's around. I'm like, yeah. He like, die here, man. Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car. Draws. Don't do this. He's screaming. Robinson told victim one that Henley could not be patted down at a club because he would be on. My God. Know what this means?
Investigators claim Henley.
There is an informant.
Ain't just hear what he said? Black 100 said the dude, the civilian told everything.
Yeah, I heard what he said, but this paperwork, yeah. Niggas say all type of things.
Yeah.
In multiple calls, Henley recounted sending someone to Minnesota to collect several $100,000, of which he admits to taking a cut from a current NBA All-Star. This debt is reportedly collected on behalf of someone who Henley refers to as Jew Boy. In trying to intimidate a car shop owner into agreeing that Henley had paid the full amount he owed, Henley had actually paid less than half. Henley recounted that he had obviously paid the entire amount because he had just done a robbery and gave all the proceeds to the car shop owner. He told Martin to get the owner on the phone and that Henley would kill the car shop owner.
Ooh-wee.
My God. Lord, help your children.
They're gonna find.
Yeah, man, go to No Jump. I'm trying to see what Adam had to say about this.
Adam, he ain't post nothing about it. He ain't even post nothing
Yes,
from
he
it.
did. Adam got a whole thing. And talking to a former NFL Pro Bowler, Henley stated that he was going to beat the shit out of Witness 2 for starting shit between Henley and WEC 100. So see, look like Big U, look like he cherished his relationship with WEC. Speaking of someone in jail, Henley said he always had two blowers on him. Speaking to that same person, Henley stated he was going to charge someone in federal prison $6,000 for a phone. Henley stated that he would pay people $50 each to beat someone up. Henley recounted paying people to mess up a store that he refused to give. They refused to give him a discount. Henley told someone that they needed to hang OG Crip cuz and that he needed to be disciplined thoroughly and for a violation of Cripping. Henley again stated he needed to break WEC 100's jaw. Henley recounted being bigger than any Rolling 60s member, including Nipsey Hussle. I think that's true.
Is it?
No. Henley again stated he needed to break WEC 100's jaw again. Ooh-wee. Oh, no, I'm lying. I already read that. There's still some of that. Henley stated that if he had an issue with anyone, they would no longer be alive. Ooh-wee. So you can't even have an issue with this brother here without getting killed. Henley coached DS on how to portray himself to the media including telling him to wear glasses and to claim DS worked for developing options, even though he did not. Ooh-wee. Henley told DS he needed to at least break witness two's jaw. They were big on breaking jaws. I
Yeah,
said.
they like breaking jaws.
At the least.
Yeah.
They want to break jaws,
At
man.
the least. That's the least you can do.
I know from my training experience and investigation. Well,
yeah, they say they're trying to break
dang.
jaws.
Hold on, we got more evidence, y'all. We got more evidence. Before y'all want to hear this evidence, I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm talking about? Stop what you're doing right now.
Man,
hit that like button. Hit that share button. And most definitely, we need you to hit that subscribe button. That way, when we come back on, we can really put it down with y'all. And, you know, we want y'all to comment because we engage with our audience. And y'all are a part of this show. This is not just our show. This is our show. Hey, man, what you doing? We still reading.
Hit that like button, man. Share it to end the social site, man. You know.
Let's go, brother. Henley described tooling up with a firearm, even when he goes to Crip neighborhoods, which makes sense here. All Crip neighborhoods don't even get along. That's what the type of shit is that? Yeah. Henley told someone in prison he was buying 6 phones that could be smuggled in and sold for $1,000 a piece.
How they get them in there?
Somebody said up the booty, up the booch. They call it a booch.
They stuff.
Yeah.
So a nigga put 6 phones up.
That's what I'm trying. How can you stuff 6 phones up your like
I ain't
how?
know, yeah, that's different, bro.
He
I don't
talented.
even know how they work. He talking about he talented.
He
Man, what's up with this man?
They probably talking about them throwback phones, you know, like the little phone.
Nah, I seen niggas be having some cold phones. And then that means so they get a bag of phones, you get a bag of phones. And how do you even start the process of stuffing all that big ass bag up your? You must have been getting raped or something.
I ain't lying, you had to though, bro. Cause there's no way. You talking about you even start the process. Real talk though. How it even get started?
Yeah,
the whole deal running through him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, say, nah.
I'm surprised it ain't fall out when he bent over. You know? But,
I mean, that's into a thing though. If you could fix 6 phones, man, you know what I'm saying?
You probably know somebody worked there though. Allegedly, I don't know. They probably be lying on that man.
Henley told someone that all of this is just the paperwork, y'all. This ain't what we just saying to be true. This the paperwork. Henley told someone that another person, and Henley is big U for y'all didn't know. Henley told someone that another person was a rat and done. Henley again described needing to beat the shit out of Whack 100. Now Whack come up, and every time I read Whack 100 name, it's something about him getting tore up, man.
You want to beat him up, break his jaw? That's what's going on.
I see where Whack coming from now, man. Y'all bringing his name, but the person, you know what I'm saying? You bringing his name, but
Henley described threatening to kill some great street Crips. That's new, ain't? Well, I don't know all the politics out there, so I don't know. Don't let me act like I do. Henry described being the hunter of the rolling 60s and having paperwork on individuals.
Yeah.
So is this like a 50 Cent type thing where I hold the paperwork until you piss me off, and once you piss me off, I put it out there?
Oh,
is that what they're saying?
Oh, that's how you play it? That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like.
What that that don't mean that to you? What how you feel like that? What that mean? And if that's the case, is that a okay way to be? I need to know this. As the leader, hold on, I'm asking serious question. As the leader of a gang, not talking about Big U. I don't know if he was the leader of no gang or not.
Okay,
but let's talk as the leader of a gang. If I get paperwork on some of my quote unquote gang members, right?
Yeah.
And they rat.
Yeah.
Is it okay for me to withhold that information until they piss me off? Or am I supposed to let that information be known right then and there?
I mean, if them the two options, man, I had to see. Yeah, when they piss off, it depends on what you're talking about piss off. But we just gonna go with the worst of the worst. Yeah, I feel like they're cool though. I don't feel like you should instantly put the paperwork out there. Cause yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I ain't lying.
How you feel?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
What you think about that?
Oh yeah.
You need to pay attention.
I'm doing. What's up? What you
Listen,
talking about?
I said, if you were the leader of a gang, right?
Yeah.
And you got paperwork on your gang members.
Yeah.
Is it okay to withhold that paperwork until they piss you off, or should you let that be known right then and there?
It depends on the extent of what the paperwork is. All paperwork not the same.
We talking about snitching, man.
I'm saying you can be in paperwork, but nobody gets. You know what I'm saying? You could be mentioned in it. You could be. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about snitching.
Man,
So what you think?
I'm saying what? Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess what he using it for leverage.
That's what I'm asking. Is that okay? Or should you put that out there right then and there?
What you thinking, man?
I feel like y'all niggas fucked up.
Yeah.
You supposed to, nigga, that's the street. I thought that's what the street rule was. That's the street rule.
But he not in the streets no more.
Man, we talking about, I didn't say him, I said a leader of a gang. I said, if you the leader of a gang.
Because I won't be no leader of no gang.
Yeah, I ain't talking like
don't
that.
even put me in that position.
Yeah,
I'm allowed by the citizen.
Well, I'm trying to see about the hypocrisies of the street or whatever, because I thought, especially if it's from your neighborhood, if somebody snitching, you supposed to, because people getting DP for less than that.
Yeah, so you feel
and put out for less than that. Hell, what's his name? Crip Mac.
Yeah.
He had to get DP for some shit he did as a child.
What's DP?
Discipline.
Oh, I tell you, DP.
Hey, bro, you think of that street, yep, explicit sites. But look though, so you saying you'll put the paperwork out off the
I didn't say, well, nah, I wouldn't be a part of the gang.
Say, but you know that slang on it.
What did it off the sites? That's what you talking about, huh?
I'm no part of the gang. I know.
You know the slang, the gang slang.
What the deal?
Nigga, you don't watch the podcast?
What gang
Oh, well,
slang?
that's what that is.
What they do?
Nigga, you watch now you gotta do it. Watch No Jumper.
So they
from
promote.
California.
So they
that's how
promoting. They
talk all
promoting
day.
the gang up on their podcast.
I don't know.
It's Compton is a gang city. Period. Point blank. Period. If you live there,
the Crip podcast.
if you live, no, it's not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't watched it. If you Compton is a gang city. If you live in there 9 times out of 10, you're affiliated with a gang.
So Kendrick a gang member?
He's affiliated with the Pyrus.
So he a blood?
No, the Pyrus.
I thought Pyrus a blood.
Pyrus are Pyrus. There's no blood set inside of Compton.
That boy know a lot about them.
Then why they call it Bumpton?
Because they Pyrus, bro.
They were ready.
No, they don't.
For what 400 is?
Who is that?
YG.
I don't know where he from.
He from Bumpton.
Well, he must be a Pyru.
So you say there's no blood set?
There's no blood sets in Compton.
Man, y'all in the comments let us know. Is there any blood sets in Compton?
I don't know, man. I don't know too much about it. You know what I mean?
No, ain't no blood sets in Compton.
Yeah.
And then that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said that paperwork ain't make sense when he said Crips, because it's like, what you talking about the 8 Trade Crips? They ain't allied.
Brandon Williams said you got to testify to the grand jury to snitch.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear
You say you have to testify to the grand jury to snitch. You can snitch in a whole bunch of ways.
You for sure can snitch.
It's a million ways to
so it's levels
tell
to
on a nigga. Huh?
It's a levels of snitching.
I don't think it's no levels, but I guess it based on what I thought the rules of the streets was, if somebody was snitching, holding that paperwork, and that's what even what Gangster was saying. The fact that you already knew that and you held that, then that means you really don't have a problem with it for real.
The snitching. What you saying?
Yeah. Not like you say you do anyway. But let's go on.
Yeah.
Henley told Robinson he was going to break victim one's jaw. I believe he'll break a nigga jaw too, because that nigga
he pushing the issue about the jaw.
Yeah, that must be his go-to level.
That must be a go-to move.
Yeah. Henley again. We back here. Describe needing to beat the shit out of Whack 100.
Whack 100, man. Lord J.
Henley. My God.
Yeah.
Okay, so Henley stated he was going to break the jaw of a business manager who worked for a former NBA MVP. See, hold on. All right. Now I'm gonna be honest. Out of all this evidence I'm reading, like 80% of this is bullshit. I think something about breaking a nigga jaw.
Yeah, nigga just be saying like, nah, break that bitch jaw.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I always talking about whooping niggas' ass. Like, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
Henley described the modus operandi of the Big U enterprise, which included robbing individuals, but not taking everything from them so they could continue to work, be robbed, identify another robbery target, and buy their stolen goods, stolen things back from the Big U. So I'm gonna steal this from you, and eventually you're gonna have to buy this back.
So when the people get their chains took and they get them back.
Henley asked someone to grab a firearm from him that he left under the tire of a car. Henley discussed with Blaton, an individual who was going to be robbed in the near future. Henley discussed sending a message to a dispensary owner that he fucked with the wrong. Robinson told Henley that Robinson told Jew-Boy that he owed them money, that they would allow a payment plan, but if he did not pay, they were going to shut this MFer down. Henley asked someone to grab Henley's blower, which he left on the ground in a blue sweatshirt in front of a tire.
It's a Pyru and Bronze, both blood says created in company. Say Pyru is a Swahili for blood.
Yes, it's Swahili for blood, but guess what? Watch this here. Pyru, I think Pyru is a street, and all that most of them shits come out the Pyru street. But watch this here. Watch this here. That person that said that ain't from California. Throughout the Big U enterprise, extortion of victim of the Big U enterprise discuss violence and activities to victims.
Victim one.
Yeah, victim one. I gotta do something because nigga ain't gonna do that to me on him.
Man, I mean, finna read. In order to intimidate victim one, the victim one kept paying extortion fees to the Big U enterprise. Examples include Robson told victim that it was necessary to have a firearm when hanging out with Henley. Henley encountered the victim one an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60 gang members chased down Wack 100 attempting to hurt him. There's 15 to 20 niggas with hood is tied down. Oh, you already read it? Oh yeah.
That was at the beginning.
But it's all
I get a call.
He say Browns. He say Browns for company.
Oh, okay. He said Pyrus and Brims. Both blood says created in the company. Yeah, though. Ooh-wee. And what you think about that though? Cause Wack said he ain't killed no Pyrus. He ain't killed no who was he ain't killed no A-Trade, all that stuff. He killed basically an aspiring young kid. What y'all think about that? Like, what y'all think about that? Find that no jumper for me. It's online. I mean YouTube. Well, I mean not no jumper. Adam 22 and Bricc Baby. That's what I'm trying to see. Yeah. I want to see what Adam got to say about this.
Gotta see what that Adam thing to me.
I don't think he just.
Yeah, he did. I'm saying he talked about it.
Big 22 still walking in.
Big 22 in the building.
What up, Icon?
The legends in the building.
Free Bricc Baby. Free Loose. Even
free Loose.
Free Big Uterus. We need all the Crips back on the streets.
Keep playing.
Without them, we're gonna resort to bisexual podcast hosts like Gunner, Mexican terrorists like F Nasty and Icon, and even Mississippi Jits like Remo.
Come on, man.
I don't know what else to say. It's a terrible situation. What are we doing?
How do you feel about it, pal?
How do I feel about it? I feel very, upset. Like we spent the last fucking 2 years building up Bricc Baby, making people love him. And it felt like the podcast was like reaching a climax. We're like 4 or 5 episodes in a row that had like 100K plus. Last night we had more viewers than we had on the No Jumper show in the past couple years. And it's just like, damn. But I'm not gonna lie, that whole time, people make a big thing out of it. Wack has tried to bring it up a million times, but Bricc got his house raided about 2 years ago. They allegedly found an AK. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's what Wack was always saying. And when that charge never got filed, Wack's argument was, oh, you must be a snitch because it never got filed. But then the other theory that we all heard in the background was like, oh, well, what if it's going to get wrapped up into a federal indictment? Because then it would make sense that the cops would like pass on it for a couple years to let shit build up. So it seemed like that's my guess for what they got on Bricc, because I haven't seen any of the paperwork that says anything really about what Bricc or Luce are being charged with, So that shit is all still kind of up in the air of like exactly what they were doing. Like one part of it though, I will say is that I'm shocked by how little of this shit is news to me, because like the whole Big U murder thing, the last Adam and Wack podcast is about that exact thing. Wack was talking about the whole fucking time. 600 talked about it a million times. And then some of the Luce and Bricc stuff or whatever, like even Luce's came on the podcast before. I could say this because it's out there. It's on the podcast. And he said that he used to be the muscle for Big U doing what? Extorting weed dealers or whatever. And like now we're reading the paperwork and you're like, oh, that was real, because it says it right here in the fucking paperwork that that's what they're coming down on. I think in Luce's head, it's like, oh no, that was 2-3 years ago. So I could talk about it. It's all good.
Or did they hear that on No Jumper show when he said that, and then they put that into evidence, and that's what they're saying is evidence because he made that statement in contrary to his in contrary to his what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna say, for a lack of a better term, benefit.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that they did something 2 years ago, and that means that it's gone. But
they're not gonna sacrifice their investigation for any little charge.
Nah, facts. I don't know.
Some slide.
They be talking about Vlad though.
Dang.
But I mean, shit. The best thing we could say is that we still haven't really seen like what they got on Bricc or what they got on Luce. So hopefully, maybe
they
they
have something too
hopefully
bad.
it'll be little shit and it's not as big a deal as the murder charge that they put on Big U. But damn, Big U 59 or some shit.
That's a life sentence. Whatever they give him,
more or less, right? That's crazy.
And the feds have the highest conviction rate of any.
At what age is gangbanging?
They crossing T's and dotting I's.
Was like the example. Oh, niggas be feed. Now, Adam, let me ask you this: How much do you think how much do you think the podcast played a part in them getting picked up last night? Because it seemed like after Luce and Bricc came together, hours later they got arrested.
I mean, you think the timing wise, that is very odd, but they also came together. Why'd they come together? They came together because Luce was mad at Lovejoy and Wack for putting shit out there about Big U. So it's like there was all this shit building up where, like, people were starting to get the idea, oh, they're building a case against Big U. And Luce was mad at, even though he hates Big U, he was mad at 600 and Wack for talking about it so much. So that was kind of the thing that led to them even being on the podcast together. But you got to think about it from the Fed's perspective, that they probably are realizing like, oh, everybody's putting the pieces together on this and they're kind of figuring it out. So I guess now is a good time for us to swoop in and get them.
And one would say, because to not be a hypocrite, they were saying that Luce was putting on allegations when he was saying that he got the phone call about Nipsey, 30 seconds, 30 or whatever, and then he called Luce. So they were saying like, essentially, you was kind of like draw snitching in a way by doing that. But then when Christopher Lovejoy get to talking about a case, you're upset with it. Maybe Luce knew he was tied to something. I'm not saying he was, but maybe that's why he wanted Bricc or he wanted Christopher Lovejoy.
I think Big U had something to do with Nipsey. Y'all think Big U had something to do with Nipsey?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna figure. I don't really know though. Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Nah.
It's been speculations. I've heard whispers. You know, they say he supposed to been called somebody and said it happened before it actually happened.
Yeah, he just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
No, Loose Cannon.
Hey, slow down with what he was saying.
You would think that Big U is probably not the trigger man on a murder. That he's probably got dudes around him that could do it for him. Although who knows? Maybe it was just a crime of passion where he was just so mad about some shit. Because that's what it said. I don't know if you guys got to that point, but they're saying that Big U had this artist who was this younger dude.
I read it.
He was. Oh, you already read all that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to, record in their studio. He didn't want to record. Instead, he did a diss song against Big U, which is kind of like that tripped me out because that's an old Whack 100 tactic. I remember True Car doing like a fake beef with Whack, like he's trying to get True Car to get some motion. So he tells him, like, I could tell that Whack told him, like, yo, beef with me. You got to go make a story where you come against me or whatever. Yeah. Apparently, Big U feels differently about a diss song because if that shit really happened the way they're saying it happened, then he took it to the furthest extent.
Yeah.
But
Allegedly, they said a body got
I
dropped.
wonder what he said in this.
Yeah, they said his body was dropped off in the desert. And
all my
usually though, when there's a case like this, like think about when Dirk got arrested, we were all so shocked.
That fucking song for
this
me.
is not that shocking because there had been so much lead up to it online where it was like there's so much that had been leading up to this. I don't know. It's like,
it was too much talking. Niggas was talking way too much.
Way too
we
much.
knew that shit was coming because these niggas told us.
So now that it was Big U's ops talking about it. It's not like it was his homies talking about it.
We just heard people with a microphone though. It's niggas on the street that's doing way more talking than that.
Yeah, because who's gonna be telling is the craziest shit about this. Yeah.
Well, apparently to Whack on Clubhouse was saying some guy named Flossie or something. That's the name that I kept hearing.
The white dude?
Not that guy.
I'm gonna say, don't put my boy in it. He ain't got nothing to do with it.
Not that
That's
guy.
Hellcat's homie.
It's another guy that I heard they were saying that him and Big U might have been putting on. I don't even know who Flossie is. Not the same one. Not the white
Probably,
dude Flossie.
for sure, a different Flossie.
But yeah, 100% different Flossie.
It's not Flossie.
Not Flossie. Shout out to
Now,
Flossie.
my thing is questions that, because, Chicago people was asking me, they was like, how much of this shit do you think is tied to the little Dirk shit, if anything?
None.
Because Brick's about to be sitting in the feds with Dirk. Like, realistically, they're probably about to have a reunion, and Dirk's going to say, hey, why'd you do that song with Adam and Lush about me?
Wow.
You think that might be the first question Dirk asked?
Nah, I think Dirk got other questions, but...
Yeah, probably.
Other questions, too, for Bricc?
The whole thing was everyone was trying to allude that Bricc was co-conspirator number 4 who dropped the low and gave, the OTF dudes, Quando Rondo and them location. So a lot of people from Chicago was hitting me like, yo, do you think this has anything to do with, the OTF situation? I don't know. From the documents and shit that we read, it doesn't say anything about
This is
OTF
some
or any
strictly
Quando
LA
Rondo
shit,
shit.
I think.
This is strictly
Sure.
LA shit, but as they just keep rolling out more information, I guess we're gonna find out. But yeah, like I said, free Bricc, super unfortunate. Like, damn.
I mean, it was kind of convenient for them that Luce and Bricc were both in LA at the same time, I guess. Even though, as far as I know, they didn't get Luce yet because I was texting Luce all morning. But I feel like maybe it was his girl because they said that they caught Luce. Like on that sheet, it says in custody right over his face. But
I talked to Whack not that long ago, and Whack, I think he said Big U's not arrested right now.
He's not. No, he's a fugitive for sure. They said that.
He's not in custody.
About Luce.
Yeah, but Luce, I don't know. That's still kind of up in the air. The surprising thing is that so many of these people on that chart are not podcasters, even though like 2 or 3 of them are.
Like the Asian dude down there, he owned a clothing store. Yeah, exactly. That dude, he owns a New Leaf clothing downtown.
Oh yeah. People were sending me that and saying like he owns New Leaf. I don't even know what New Leaf is, but
the Bangkok.
Damn, it's a lesson though. Just we can hang out with gang members. I've never been so happy to like be a law-abiding citizen. Like, damn, we gotta stay far away from this type of shit.
That's
man.
crazy. You not far from it, brother.
You see that they wrote about the Jay Reed thing? They wrote about the Jay Reed thing in the paperwork.
I was gonna leave that off the record.
Jay Reed.
So look,
Don't leave that off the record, bro.
all right, so on the paperwork, so on the sealed documents that was released, they do have mention of Loose Cannon. What's Loose Cannon last name?
I forget, but
they basically in the paperwork, Williams, they said Williams pistol whipped the Jay Reed dude is
outside the No Jumper studio.
outside the No Jumper
Vlad
building.
too, so thankfully it's not just us, but a lot of this stuff is being spilled over there.
But No
too,
Jumper
right?
has been mentioned a couple times in the documents that they just released. And the main thing they were saying that Williams pistol whipped the dude outside the building or whatever. So
On camera too.
maybe that's the reason why shit
It's all
got back hot. You know what I'm
The
saying?
feds probably talked to him because it says in the paperwork that they took $5,000 plus worth of shit off of Jay Reed. How would they know that unless they had interviewed him?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me.
Has he said any pieces of content about that shit?
He did an interview with Compton Rick Rock. So why wouldn't he do an interview with another higher enforcement?
Because the thing was, he was supposedly not a street dude, and he wasn't gonna be pressing charges and shit. So
he was a blood.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what people were saying, that there wasn't gonna be no lawsuits or anything because he's a member. So members don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't file charges. But then it goes to find out they have all this information about him apparently allegedly getting pistol whipped outside the No Jumper building. So maybe he did have a conversation with them.
You gotta
can't put that on them because we don't know.
No, you gotta know that the police cannot charge you if it's not a victim. So yeah,
they can.
No, they can't.
But they're not even
No, they
charging
can't.
them necessarily with anything related to
How
that.
can they charge no victim?
If it's no victim,
Shout out to 16K.
Oh, 16K people watching right now.
If it's on camera,
Oh yeah, it's different. It's different if it's in full.
Shout out to the whole Chicago.
The shit they talking about was on camera, cat.
Yeah, it's different if it's in 4K.
That pistol whipping was in 4K.
But if the nigga ain't talking, still, it ain't nobody to cooperate with the police. They cannot just put a charge on it.
It was a pistol whipping and a
If
shit.
there's no victim, then they have to go off of physical evidence.
And somebody physically got.
Yeah, man. Hold on, let me see what they say. All these dudes who from the streets stay connected to the streets, include 50, who real street name is Boo Boo, not 50. 50 raised the Q9 Queen blood leader Jaffe. He's still with 50 today. What you saying? So what you saying?
From the streets, stay connected to 50, who real streets name Boo Boo, not 50. So right, blood, yeah, he's still with 50 today.
So you right?
I know that's right.
Well, check this out. I'm your boy Nesto the Dunn. You heard me?
It's your boy Pac-Man, the hood's voice box. You know what I'm talking about.
Man, it's Lil Boo, man. I know it's good.
And we like to thank y'all for joining us today of the special edition of That Ain't My Business, but let's talk about it live stream. You heard me?
Yeah.
All these people are innocent until they're proven guilty. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I hope everything work out for everybody that's involved. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to know, back to blue.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.